know the turn signal is on because I need to get over, not because it's a fucking blinker that I wanted to put on, right? Appreciate you letting me in, driver.
Moments later.
Engage.
2,000 years later. Several bad puns later.
Well, we have arrived in lovely Janesville, Wisconsin, and sun is about to go down, and we're just about finished with the day here, just a little bit more to go, but yeah, had to fight through some heavy traffic earlier today through Chicago around O'Hare. That's just always a mess. But yeah, now we've ended up here at a gigantic Dollar General distribution center in Janesville, Wisconsin, and that's going to be behind me shortly. At least one tiny section of it. This place is enormous. It probably has its own zip code, if not one or two zip codes. Yeah, so anyway, where did we last leave off? We left off with, the shipment that I had gone to pick up from Procter & Gamble up in Green Bay. Yeah, that turned out to be an interesting thing. So it was planned pretty easy, pretty straightforward, that I was going to pick it up that day that I picked it up in the rain, and then it would deliver the following morning. So the delivery location was in the same town where I parked my truck for home time, Sturtevant, Wisconsin. And so, you know, easy peasy, right? So what I had planned for the next day was that, okay, I can go run up to the truck and go deliver that load. It was a live offload. And then I had another load booked right after that to run for that day. And what ended up happening is that, unfortunately, when you book these loads, you don't see all of the information. You only see, a little bit of the information as far as the customers' locations and identities and all that good stuff. So all I knew was that was a Procter & Gamble shipment, and it was going to some distribution warehouse. That's all I knew. Well, the distribution warehouse ended up being a grocery distribution warehouse, which is an entity all of its own. There are distribution warehouses, and then there are grocery distribution warehouses, and they are not the same. Grocery DCs generally are closed for receiving during the daytime a lot of the time, because groceries get delivered at night. So all of these grocery store chains and stuff, all of the majority of their stock comes throughout the course of the night, so that store is nice and full and stuff's on the shelves for everybody when they go shopping during the day. So I had no idea that was going to be the case, that this distribution warehouse that I was supposed to go to was a grocery DC. So I go up to the truck and I want to go deliver that load, and when I had booked the load, it was showing a window. So it said that load could be dropped anytime between 9 a.m. and 23:59, which in trucking terms means basically midnight. So the entire day, wide open, I can deliver it anytime. Well, I get all the way to the truck, then I find out that, oh no, this grocery distribution warehouse doesn't even open until 8 p.m. Great. So I have to go all the way up there only to find that out. So I went back home, went back there, showed up at 8 p.m. Then comes the next surprise. So this grocery distribution warehouse, who's going to guess it? Who do you think they have running their shipping and receiving and warehouse in this grocery DC? Anybody got a guess? Anybody? None other than Capstone Logistics, my favorite company in the world. Ah, yes. Capstone freaking Logistics, the scourge of the transportation industry. So yeah, when I got there was a double line of trucks going all the way as far as the eye could see. The check-in gate was run by Allied Security, couple of knuckleheads in there. I mean, nice enough, but way overworked and absolute chaos. So I had to go and park inside their facility, and that was quite an adventure because there's 700 billion trucks in there, and they're all going every which way, and everybody's cutting each other off, and it was just absolutely crazy in there. So I go park my truck. I finally get a call. Then you gotta go back on the dock. Then they're gonna offload you, yada, yada, yada. Well, 7 hours later, I'm not kidding, 7 hours later, to offload one trailer, I'm finally pulling out of there. And it is almost like the sun is almost coming up. So that shipment that I had booked directly after this one, of course, that shipment got blown. So that had to get yanked off of me. And the shipment for the next day, yesterday, had to get yanked off of me because I had to get home at sunrise and I had to take a 10-hour break. So the 10-hour break would have made it impossible for me to get to the shipper on time of that load that I had booked. So once again, Capstone Logistics, the bane of my existence, the most god-awful piece of trash company in the transportation industry, cost me not one but two loads that I had to lose because of those assholes. Fortunately, I talked to Schneider, and because of the fact that I was held hostage and I had booked the shipments correctly, I had plenty of, transit time between them and all of that good stuff. So as far as me, the driver, is concerned, I did my job. I did it correctly. But they decided that they were going to be nice, which is great to their credit, and not charge me for blowing two shipments, because that's a thing too when you're an owner op. You blow a shipment, they're going to charge you. So they will, they'll stick it to you. So that costs you a couple $100, or I think it's $200 or $300, something like that, when you have to get a shipment repowered. So, because you dropped the ball, so it makes sense. So great that they're not going to charge me anything, but that's two loads out the window. One was, so it's 400 almost $900 right there between the two of them. Almost $900 that cost me. Capstone Logistics. Anyway, so that was my adventure with that one. Today's load was pretty easy. Just run down to tiny little town. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to put it up on the screen. Tiny little town in Illinois, south on I-57, and it's not Dwight, it's something like that. But it was an interesting place. I shot some video there of me picking up the load. It was a place where they take soybeans and turn it into ethanol and cooking oils and stuff. So kind of interesting, a bunch of rail cars and stuff. So they loaded me full of 41,000 pounds of soybean-based cooking oil, and I just delivered that here to Dollar General. So I just dropped that trailer here. It was a drop-and hook, and that's it for me for today. So I got to run over to Antioch now, Antioch, Illinois, to grab an empty trailer. They didn't want me to take one from here because they apparently need some trailers here. So I'll grab that empty in Antioch, and then I'll head back to Sturtevant, and from there, who knows? I'm gonna see what else is out there. The load board it's really, really bad right now. So there is not a lot out there, and it's kind of frightening. So we'll see. Trying the best I can to slug my way along, but if breaking even is the best that I can hope to achieve, then what the hell am I doing, right? So we will see. Hopefully that will improve. So, but anyway, that's the update for today, and hope everybody's well, and we will see you soon. See ya.